Alright, mate. Yeah, let's have a look here. LTC. We can kind of see here LTC is forming a weekly pressure cooker. Many coins are forming a weekly pressure cooker. It reminds me a little bit, let's just delete some of the stuff. It reminds me here of the STMX 1 hour. As you can see, the pressure cooker rolling over, and eventually you break out to the upside. There is differences, of course. This is more of a falling pattern. Litecoin is a rising pattern, but what I'm saying is that there is this weekly pressure cooker, and you can see here when this dropped down into price, it did recapture it, and when it recaptured it, it ran to the upside. Now, Litecoin weekly, it is different for sure. There is a halving. Is the halving today or tomorrow? I think the halving is very, very, very soon anyway. This is a double doji here. A lot of times that can be considered bullish, right? Because you've had this move up and then a pullback, and this can be considered bullish. So we are moving into a new 2-week candle. Because of the halving, you know, it leads me to think that this can be bullish. Even though large caps are not very bullish right now, they're having red, well, Bitcoin's having a red 6-month candle so far. And many other coins kind of have dipped a bit as well. But don't get me wrong, some of them are strong. BCH, many large caps are strong actually. I shouldn't say they're bullish, but many are dipping. This does lead me to believe that this is bullish. So you get a big move up like this in the pullback. This leads me to believe that in a new 2-week candle, which is tomorrow, which is in 3 hours time, that there can be a dip down to take liquidity in this wick, and then pop up, flip green, and run to the upside. So that's the way I would be looking at this in the near term. Of course, it could go the other way. If this pops up, takes liquidity here, and then flips red on the week afterwards, that's a bearish sign. So if the reverse of this happens, that's bearish, of course. Something like this happens. If we pop up, take liquidity, fail to hold that, drop down, flip red again, that's bearish. That's when you want to be careful. Because of the halving and everything else, I'm kind of leaning bullish, and because of this pattern, the way it broke up and pulled back and consolidating here, it's trying to round out a bottom. Like here, see here, so you get this doji, you get another doji. There was another stop hunt actually. It did flip. See, as soon as this flipped green and moved up, I mean, as soon as it flips green, you can long that week. Unfortunately, this didn't run quite as hard. There was more chop, but there were still profits to be made there in that move. Kind of similar to here. If there's a small dip, flip green, that's a long opportunity, I would suggest. I'm looking at another double doji here. It's not quite the same, but you can see a double doji leads to a big move to the upside. Now note that there was not much downside. Okay, so I would think something similar. If there's not much downside here, small wick, flip green, probably on the Monday, more likely, and then see if that can move to the upside. At the moment, you know, it feels like something like that wants to happen. A small wick down and then a flip green. So it's worth keeping an eye on.